Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, March 27th. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I had a quite an interesting weekend. Spent some time in New York City. Had some really good epiphanies, a little bit of good self-evaluation, self-honesty. I'll be sharing that tomorrow. I'm still trying to get my thoughts wrapped around everything that I, processed over the weekend. But anyway, hope everyone had a great weekend. Once again, it is Monday, March 27th for me. Again, have another work week, hoping to be focused and engaged. My name is Alan, and I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. The purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery, and I do that by being honest, vulnerable, and accountable, which is why I make the videos. All right, I'm not an expert in AA, spirituality, or recovery. Just sharing my experience as I go through this journey of trying to be a better person and enjoy life a little bit more each day. Now, the recipe here is we basically read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflections book. I'll share my take on things that stood out to me, and then other topics, other things that are going on, struggles, successes, goals, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's get going here. So the topic today is AA freedoms, and kind of wrapping up the sixth step in the 12 by 12. AA's freedoms. We trust that we already know what our several freedoms truly are, that no future generation of AAs will ever feel compelled to limit them. Our AA freedoms create the soil in which genuine love can grow. The Language of the Heart, page 303. I craved freedom. First, freedom to drink, later, freedom from drink. The AA program of recovery rests on a foundation of free choice. There are no mandates, laws, or commandments. AA's spiritual program has outlined the 12 steps, and by which I am offered even greater freedoms, is only suggested. I can take it or leave it. Sponsorship is offered, not forced, and I come and go as I will. It is these and other freedoms that allow me to recapture the dignity that was crushed by the burden of drink, and which is so dearly needed to support an enduring sobriety. All right, freedoms. Like where it said, I craved freedom. I listened to this Bob D guy on YouTube, and he kind of talks about when he drank, he was able to come out and play. And I remember that the very first moment I drank, I was hooked, just like that. And soon into high school, that was the moment where I could be me. I had the freedom to just be who I wanted to be and not care what anybody thought. After so many years of being, too consumed with what other people think of me and who should I be, I didn't care. And that was the beauty part of the drinking, which is an odd side effect. But yeah, definitely that freedom to do that. And then it's kind of like the reading was saying, I want the freedom to be who I truly am. And then after becoming so addicted, addicted to it and needed it so much, I wanted that freedom to be who I really am without that, right? So I always wanted to be freedom to be myself, and just be accepted. I never felt that way growing up, but yes, that was one of the freedoms. It's like the way the whole program operates. You want to come? Come. When I attend, you want to do the work? Do the work. If not, all right, go do your thing. Go do my thing doesn't work. So I definitely like that. So those were some things that jumped out of the reading. And now, I'm big on definition. So I look up the definition of freedom, and it says the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. Freedom to think, act, or speak without hindrance or restraint. Just okay. That's a big thing. So then I kind of wanted to write down what are some of the freedoms that I want today. What kind of freedom I want? I would love freedom from addiction. I hate how much it still pulls at me and how much I think about it. I would love to have freedom from judgment of situations and other people. I tend to like or dislike too much in my life, and I'm always judging it as good or bad. And I'd like to be freedom from that. And I'd really like to have freedom to choose peace in scenarios instead of that internal chatter of bitching and complaining. So I just hope to have more of those, gain a little bit more of that freedom to just be and be at peace. If there's one thing, if I had to say, what is the one thing I want out of life more than anything else? I just want to be okay no matter what's going on around me. I don't want to always be up here and down here. I like to just be cool and okay and see the positives. So that's what I like to have that freedom to choose to get there, not try to formulate my reality in such a place then I can feel that way, if that makes sense. So that's what I got from the reading. And now I just want to wrap up the 6th step, because this is something that, am I entirely ready to give up all this stuff that, is holding me back and blocking me from my higher power? And there was something here on page 68 of the 12 by 12. All right. It talks about, therefore, it seems plain that few of us can quickly or easily become ready to aim at spiritual and moral perfection. We only want to settle for only as much perfection as will get us by in life. That line really jumped out to me. I only want to do the bare minimum. And you can see this pattern in my recovery where when I'm in a lot of pain, I'll do the work. And then once I feel better, I stop doing the work. Because I just want to do, because ultimately I'm selfish. And so I want to just do the bare minimum. And I like to pursue that even when I'm feeling good, not when I'm in emotional pain, if that makes sense. So, and the other one is towards the end. If we would gain any real advantage in the use of this step on problems other than alcohol, we shall need to make a brand new venture into open-mindedness. We shall need to raise our eyes towards perfection and be ready to walk in that direction. It will seldom matter how haltingly we walk. The only question is, are we ready? Am I ready? I like to think so. I really like to think so. And then the last paragraph says, the moment we say no, never, our minds close against the grace of God. Delay is dangerous and rebellion may be fatal. This exact point at which we abandon limited objectives and move towards God's will for us. Am I ready? That's a big question. Am I ready to do this? Am I ready to let go of all these desires and compulsions and crutches that really don't benefit me towards something that's of greater purpose, and willing to walk through whatever that is to get there? And I think that's the part, is the fear and hesitancy to walk through what I got to walk through. So I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I'm going to move on to step 7 next. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you have a great start to your week, and I'm really looking forward to sharing about my weekend. I had a kind of the topic is perception, and I had a interesting observation about how I observe things. So I'll be looking forward to sharing it tomorrow. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.